friends. How are you today? Welcome to 5-ish Minute Family Devotionals. I have a question for you. Have you ever laughed so hard, maybe tears came down your face, or so hard that you just felt like you couldn't breathe? It's kind of an amazing feeling, right? To be able to laugh that hard at something. And we don't do it all the time. Sometimes, and kids, here's the secret. Grown-ups, we don't laugh nearly enough. And so today, though, we are going to talk about a story in the Bible where somebody did laugh. Somebody laughed at something that was unexpected and seemed impossible. But the thing is, nothing is truly impossible with God, right? So that's what our story is about today. It is about laughing. It's about remembering to laugh, and it's about remembering that even when things seem impossible, they aren't necessarily actually impossible with God. So we are going to read a story called God Made Sarah Laugh, and it is based on Genesis chapter 18, verses 1 through 15, and chapter 21, verses 1 through 7. And this is the way that story goes. Do you remember the last time you laughed so hard that your whole body shook? Listen to this story about Sarah's deep belly laugh. Sarah and Abraham had been traveling a long time. They stopped and set up their tents. The bright afternoon sun was hot. Abraham was sitting under the shade of the big trees when he spotted 3 visitors. He ran to greet them. Abraham said to them, "Come rest in the shade of my tree. I will bring water to wash your feet. I will bring you a meal to make you stronger for your journey." The visitors said that they had a message for Sarah. Abraham ran to her. "Use the best flour we have and bake something delicious for our visitors." Sarah began to knead the dough. Then Abraham ran to the place where the cattle were kept and took the best one from the herd to his servant. "Prepare the best calf and make a delicious meal for our visitors." The servant quickly stoked the fire. Abraham gathered milk and butter. When the bread was baked and the meat was cooked, Abraham served their visitors. Sarah took a deep breath and listened from inside the tent as the visitors ate. She heard them ask, "Where is Sarah?" Abraham replied, "Sarah is right here in the tent." Sarah was about to poke her head out to say hello when she heard the visitors say, "I will come back to see you and Sarah in 1 year, and Sarah will have a son." A loud laugh burst from deep in Sarah's belly. "How in the world could I have a baby? My old body cannot have a baby." God spoke through the visitor. "Why did you laugh? What if God could make this promise come true? In 1 year, I'll return. Sarah will have a son." And do you know what? Sarah's baby was born when she was very old. Sarah held her baby close. She looked into his beautiful face. She said, "God made me laugh. I believed this day would never come, but now you're here. I will call you Isaac because it means laughter. I want to remember how I laughed forever." When I read this story, I can hear Sarah with that big laugh, and maybe laughing so hard that tears rolled down her face, right? Sometimes we laugh that hard that we feel it with our whole bodies. Laughter is actually really good for us. It makes us healthier, and it releases all kinds of really great chemicals in our brain that are just really good for us. To laugh that way, to remember to laugh that way, is good for us. And the fact that Sarah laughed, though, she laughed because the thing seemed impossible. She had wanted a baby, had not had a baby. It seemed impossible. We read this story to help us remember that nothing is impossible with God, that sometimes we don't always know the plan, we don't always know the timing, but we have to keep hope, and we have to have faith, and we have to just keep going. And I like to read this story to remind me to laugh, right? And to remind me that sometimes I might laugh when it seems like not the right time, but it's okay. And to remind me that laughing is good for us, and to remind me to take joy in life. And the fact that Sarah named her son Isaac, which means laughter, meant Isaac was always that great reminder for Sarah. So this week, maybe take some time to laugh at things that seem impossible or improbable. Maybe take some time to laugh when something unexpected happens or surprising happens. Maybe take some time to help make somebody else laugh. And when you're doing all of those things, maybe in the back of your head, you can be remembering that even when things seem impossible, they aren't always. And now let's have the blessing as we end every week, which also reminds us to laugh. This blessing does. It reminds us to find the joy and to laugh. So on this day and on all days, may the Spirit of God swirl around you and leave you with a grin. And may that grin turn into a smile, and may that smile turn into loving kindness. And together we will be a chorus of love, living in the way of Jesus in our community. Amen. Be well, my friends.